Hi, I'm Swarali. Welcome back to my channel. I'm from Maharashtra and this is day 5th of how I learned English. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you that what I did on my English learning journey on day 5th. Like what I practiced or what tips or what techniques I applied on myself to become fluent on day 5th of my learning journey. So on day 5th, what I did is that I was like whole day I just did reading practice because that practice is so effective, and like it is effective for all of us because whenever you are reading at that time it is like very effective method for all of us because whenever we are reading at that time we are able to manage the sentence structure. Like we are able to see the pronunciation of every word. Like if we don't know any word, so at that time we are able to see the pronunciation. Like if while you are reading at that time, if like somewhere you just got stuck, at that time you will be able to just identify that mistake. Like you will be able to identify the pronunciation. Like if you don't know any pronunciation, at that time what you will do, you will just check out that pronunciation, what is that, and that time you will learn that one. You will learn a new pronunciation which you don't know. So at that time what you have to do is you should do this because whenever you are reading, just make sure that you should check the pronunciation, the sentence structure at that time whenever you are just reading, because it is very effective method for all of us because whenever we are reading we are learning a lot from it. Seriously, a lot we are learning from it because reading method is that much effective, I'm telling you. That's why whenever, like this whole day on day 5th of your English journey, of your learning journey, on day 5th whole day just read any book you can pick. Like there's no limit to, like there's no restriction to just pick this book or that book. You can choose as like whatever you want to choose, like whichever book. Like if you like motivational books, then you can read that as well. If you like, like knowledgeable books, like which gives a lot of knowledge, or any science discovery books, anything like reading, there's no restriction to just read this particular book. No, reading any book you can read, there's no restrictions. So that's why just on day 5th of your learning journey, you have to sit somewhere where it's very quiet place or no one is there to just disturb you. At that time just read every book. Like you can take a book, any particular book, as I told you, where anything, like whichever you want, you can take that as well, as your wish. So that you have to take. And on that day, on day 5th, you have to read a page, and on that page you have to just mark some sentence structures which are very effective. Like you will not know that one, but at that time you can just do that simply. Whichever pronunciation you don't know, just underline that words. Whichever, there are some hard words, advanced vocabularies, advanced, learning, like many advanced idioms or phrases, or there are many things which you are not aware of. That words you have to just simply underline that words, and at that time you have to search their meanings. Or simply, instead of underlining that word, you can take a notebook or any a page with you, and you have to just simply write that word. Or otherwise you can, like, this method is effective, that underline the word and then you can just simply read it, or you can find the pronunciation of that word, of that the word's meaning also you can find from that. So that method you can just apply on yourself because that method is very effective. So that you have to do with the reading practice. And let me tell you one thing, that sometimes, like, you can relate with this. I just agree with this, that every time, like whenever you are reading, at that time sometimes, like you are somewhere, like the pronunciation of this particular word, but God knows what happens to you. You just simply just pronounce that word very, like, in a very bad manner or in a very incorrect manner. And why this is happening, or sometimes like you don't know the word, and at that time like you want to pronounce it like the correct, in a correct form, but you are pronouncing it in other form. It is happening because like your tongue is just slipping out there, and that's why like the pronunciation is coming out in a very different manner, in very different manner. That's why, to just avoid this, I'm sure that most of you will relate to this, that whenever like you are reading, at that time sometimes it is just pronouncing, we are pronouncing the word very in a different manner. Most of you will relate to this. So that's why this you can just follow, that whenever you are just reading, at that time you should focus on this. Like, to avoid this, I'm telling you a very pro tip that you can do. So what you all have to do is just simply you should do this, because if you are want to just if you want to improve your pronunciation while reading, then it is very important, very 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 important. You should do this. It is must, it is necessary. That you must have heard that the tongue twisters are very important for your pronunciation. Like, you know, it is just like you are pronouncing, whenever you are just doing the practice of like tongue twisters, so at that time like the pronunciation is coming naturally, very effectively, very perfect. So that's why like there are many tongue twisters. Like, let me give you the examples. Like, for example, she shall by the seashore. So this, for example, this is the tongue twister. So this tongue twister, like there are many tongue twisters, like every day in life you have, like there's no limit of that time. Like for 15 minutes you have to do this practice, and you have to sit on a chair, you have to take the book, and then you have to practice. No, anywhere you can just simply just talk, like while you are just for example, while you are studying, just in your mind, or while you are writing, while you are listening to anything, just in your mind, or while you are just going to the bed to hit the sack, at that time also just 5 minutes give yourself and just practice the tongue twisters. There are many tongue twisters. For example, unique New York, unique New York, you know, you need unique New York. So firstly, like I said, say it slowly. Firstly say it slowly, and then like say it fast. Like firstly you have to, like I will suggest you that take 5 tongue twisters every day. Like just 5 tongue twister, new tongue twisters every day you have to take. But whenever you are just sitting to read at least, and I'm suggesting you that to read at least more than 3 pages. So before you are reading, you have to take that tongue twister list every day. 5 tongue twisters practice you have to do. So that tongue twister like list you have to take, and on that list you have to just practice all those 5 tongue twister 5 times, each one of 5 times, and after that read. So you will notice a little bit change in yourself, that you are pronouncing the word correctly. Like you will not just notice this change in a day only, but yeah, definitely after 5 to 7 days, when you are doing this practice continuously, consistently, then you will just find the change. You will notice that your pronunciation is coming naturally correct, in a correct form. Like at that time your tongue is not slipping, or at that time like you're not just pronouncing the word in a very different manner. That you will notice that change. So that's why whenever you just want to read, before that just 5 minutes, 5, not only 5 minutes, just 2 minutes are enough to just pronounce every 5 words, 5 tongue twisters. Each one of that you have to just repeat 5 times. So that time it is okay, just enough 5 tongue twisters each a day while you are reading. At that time, whenever you are reading, before that you have to take that one. You should do this, it is necessary, and then all is done. Today's video is just about that one, and today I hope you all are doing this practice, and today also you will do this practice with consistently. So that's why go now and check out all those tongue twisters. Make a list of the tongue twisters, 5 tongue twisters today. Take repeat it 15 times, 15 to 20 times each tongue twister today only, not then. Like today, why? Because it's your first day and the pronunciation should come naturally. That's why I'm telling you this. And it is not that much hard. It is easy. It is a cakewalk for you all. I'm thinking that. So that's why this was all about today's video. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video.